What's up, Truth Team? We have been going back through the YNW Melly case as we await for his bond decision and the start of his new trial. Yeah, round 2, okay? YNW Melly has been behind bars since 2019, February 2019 to be exact. Of course, he's accused of doing some heinous stuff, ultimately murdering his 2 close friends, okay? YNW Juvie, YNW Sack Chaser. But what's the actual evidence that they have holding him in jail for 6 years? 6 years on the way for the second time around for a double murder. Now, we have always said it couldn't have been too strong. They got a mistrial. And that's up in the air if you feel like it's because of the evidence. But this time, what I did, I went back. What does the state really have against YNW Melly? Do you think this evidence is strong? Or do you think they need more work? Well, let's get into it.
We have Mickey Truth.
Who is this? You got Mickey Truth kicked out.
Shout out Mickey.
Let's get one thing clear. This your girl, Mickey Truth. Before we get into it, y'all know I love my PowerPoints, okay? This is all based off my opinion and how I feel. You may not feel the same way, but hey, it's my channel and this is what I want to talk about, okay? However, if you got some evidence in mind that I didn't add to the list or you want to add to it, make sure you put it in the comments, okay? So first things first, this is in no order, okay? Is the ballistics, okay? So investigators say the bullets that killed both victims came from inside the car, not outside. That's very important, right? Now, they also say that both were shot at close range, which goes against the drive-by shooting. That alone flips the entire narrative. I mean, again, Bortland's statement, he said it was a drive-by. So red flag is to the police is, why would you lie about it? What you're covering up. Now, again, that's based off of Bortland's own statement the night that everything went down, or the early morning hours of the day that it went down. Okay? So that's, keep in mind, why would you lie about that? Why is your story not matching up to where we're finding bullets and shell casings and things like that? All right, next. Cell phone data. Now, for those who joined me on live last night, shout out to everybody that pulled up. We talked about this. In opening statements in the first trial, ASA Bradley kind of was long-winded about it, but ultimately she was honing in on why that's important as far as to paint a picture to where everyone was at the time of the shooting, right? And that's because Melly's phone pinged at the location of the murder at the exact time they happened, according to their timeline. GPS data also shows he was likely in the back seat, the same position that they believe the shooter was in. And also, not just that, because remember, during trial, they said that phone never left the car until a point in time where they feel like Melly got out. But we saw Melly get in that back passenger seat. And I feel like the defense has to kind of clean that up, because we see him get in. Y'all don't tell us when he got out. However, the state say he got out after the murder, according to his phone that we saw in his hand while leaving the studio. Okay, so next, let's go to the next one. Next is text messages and DMs. Okay, prosecutors say that Melly sent cryptic messages after the shooting, allegedly told someone, "I did that." Now, whether that was real or a flex is being used against them. And I tell you this, okay? the portion of the girlfriend's original statement to the police never said that he did it. So I don't know what they really have where he actually says it without a doubt towards this murder. Now again, that I did that it's up in the air. It's up to y'all what y'all believe in. Ultimately, come round 2 of the trial, it's going to be up to the jury. But hey, let's keep going. Next, surveillance footage. And I would say lack thereof surveillance footage, okay? Footage from nearby businesses show Melly's and Bortland's movements don't match the story that Bortland told the police because, again, Melly has never provided a story to the police. There is missing time, and the timeline is being used to suggest a cover-up. Because why are you saying it happened here, but actually it happened over here? Why are you saying the bullets came from outside, but it actually came from inside? You know what I'm saying? So Bortland kind of is the one to screw this one up. I'm just going to be honest. Because that's the statement that is being used to say this doesn't add up. You should have been driving down this road, but instead we got footage of you driving down this way. Now, in the footage that they have, we have yet to see where it shows that Melly got out the car, but it could be argued from a defense side, like, yeah, but he did get out, even though you don't have no footage of showing that he was. Now, what's in the favor of the state is they don't have the footage showing he got out. They don't have footage showing that he stayed in, but that phone is in there. And the fact that that phone didn't arrive at the hospital with Bortland and the 2 deceased victims is questionable. That's a red flag to the jury. Now, is there ever a chance that that phone was thrown out by the shooter that may not have been Melly? Could that phone have been tossed by Bortland prior to arriving at the hospital? Did they ever go look for the phone? You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, for now, that's very important. All right. So let's get to the next part. All right, forensics. Now, that's not funny coming out. But anyway, okay. Blood splatter analysis and residue testing confirmed the victims were shot inside the car. We previously went over that, not in a random street attack. And we went over that, and we'll go over that again just to catch up on what we may, have forgot. Police said there was no sign of bullets entering the vehicle from the outside. Now, I kind of think that's kind of a reach because ultimately, if we're going off what the medical examiner said, they were shot from the outside, but after they were already deceased. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, that is something to have to clean up. Statements from the co-defendant, which is Bortland. While Bortland hasn't testified and is set to go to trial himself in September, okay, police reports show his story changed during the conversation, right? Remember when we heard the audio, it was like, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Now, he never made any additional statements. However, that first statement, when they took it as a victim statement, it was like, okay. As they kept beating the pavement, victims' families kept saying, no, that's not true. Things start to unravel, okay? Next, music, lyrics, social media posts, okay? Now, listen. We can all agree to disagree on this part, and I believe the jury will also agree to disagree. But, for example, okay, Murder on My Mind. The defense has put up a fight that was an old song prior to the murders. However, it could, in the jury's eyes, be like premeditation. Like, yeah, he wrote it beforehand, but hey, he acted out what he wrote in his song. You know how some people's minds will go. Hey, I'm just saying. Now, also, it's a video they played at the first trial. I can't remember, and I was thinking so hard before I did this video. The Kevin Gates song that Bradley tried to say was just Melly saying stuff, but it really was a Kevin Gates song. I have to get back to y'all on the next live on what song that was, but if y'all remember that song that he was in the doing the selfie video and said it, and he was like, kill that nigga or something like that, put it in the comments, okay? So with that being said, hey, this case isn't about music. It's about location data, forensics, and motive. Is it enough, though, to convict YNW Melly, or is it circumstantial? Is everything that we have talked about in this video, on top of the other stuff that they have, enough? Let me know what you think in the comments, okay? Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, tell a friend to pull up on your girl, Make It True. Catch you on the next one. And like I said throughout the video, that's my opinion. And if you don't like it, guess what?
I'm like, fuck you.
Hold on, wait, before I go, y'all make sure y'all tap in with me to book your slot. A lot of y'all be hitting me up on Instagram and the email wanting to just talk about content, whether you're an up-and-coming content creator or somebody just got questions about cases or whatever. Book your consultation with me now. The information is on the screen. Hey, make sure you get your slot, because my slots be filling up fast.
This is the weakest, give a fuck about what they scream.
Holla!
Shout out Mickey. Mickey, you gonna be big. Like
I'm trying to conquer the world, coming from where I come from. Hey, this your girl, Mickey Truth, #1 blogger in South Carolina. #1 blogger in South Carolina.